Hello and good morning from Vallo de Nera, Italy. In the 12th century medieval castle village Mila and I are currently living in. Today we're going to take you for a walk through our village, highlight a couple of the cool spots, and update you on how Mila and I are doing. So let's go. Now your first question probably is, how in the heck did Mila and I get out here? I knew in Cyprus that we were going to fly up to Italy, and I had been looking for different co-living sort of unique experiences in the country, and I found a new co-living opening up right here in Vallo de Nera. And I thought, why not, right? Come live in a medieval castle? My literal Queen Mila giving her a castle for a little bit of time? Felt like a win-win. So these medieval castle villages have been around for centuries. This one was built in the 12th century, other ones around the area in the 13th century. And people lived in them for like safety, community. They just kind of go about their daily lives here. And throughout the mountains, there's other little medieval castle villages dotted around. Like you'll see one down there in the distance and maybe like all the way up there. And throughout the mountains, there's lots of paths that connect these little villages. So back like before we had cars and trains and that sort of stuff, people could ride their horses, ride their mules, do business together, get back and forth between the villages. But now, some people do live here. A lot of them just kind of exist for tourist spots or weekend getaway places, or I guess digital nomad co-livings, like what we're doing here. So let's show you a few unique places in this medieval castle village. So here we are at the Shepherd's Park. This park was constructed to honor the shepherds of the area. In the past, there was a large stigma associated with people who were shepherds. They assumed that they weren't very smart, they didn't have the opportunity to pursue higher education, and that kind of all they knew was sheep. Which, to be fair, I went to college, I don't know anything about sheep, so who's to say who's smart and who's not? But assuming they weren't intelligent because they were working in the fields could not have been further from the truth. Because shepherds had a little bit more time on their hands while their sheep were out grazing in the fields, they were able to take the time to read books and the texts of the day. And they came back to the medieval villages, like the one we're staying in now, and they would share the things that they would learn. And really were the original storytellers in places like this. So the village here constructed this park to educate and honor the shepherds of the area. What do you think, huh? There are chickens over there. Oh boy, she sees the chickens. On the hunt. Next, we're going to check out the village water fountain. This is the area of the village where people would come and do their laundry. And up until 1975, this place was in use. Which is what, like 50 years ago? That's crazy that people were still coming here and hand washing their laundry up till 1975. But now, it's just a nice place. Ooh. The water here is sourced from the rivers and the mountains. And it's quite cold right now anyways, the beginning of April. I don't believe you could drink it, but from what I understand, people will still sometimes come down here and wash their clothes, like if they've been out hiking and they're muddy. But a nice little spot to come cool off after you've been out hiking. You looking over your royal subjects? Yes. So we must check on our royal subjects. Buongiorno. Those are a few spots in our little medieval castle village that I thought were really interesting and I wanted to share with you guys. And lastly, I just want to check in. So we're okay. We're making it. Mila has been sick. She had diarrhea for like 4 to 5 days straight, pretty bad. She's now on gastrointestinal food. That seems to be clearing it up. Fingers crossed that she's 100% soon. The place we are staying is different than the photos that were on the website when I originally paid to stay out here. And we are alone, again, in the middle of the Italian countryside. Our host lives out here. He's been very helpful. I think I was just hoping for a different experience this time around was all. But we are here, and I like to take every experience for what it is. And for this one, I'm going to enjoy spending some time in this beautiful part of this country, in the mountains, get Mila 100% healthy, and then I guess we'll have to see what's next. So that's all for this time. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you really soon. Say bye, Mila. Say bye, Mila. Say goodbye from the Italian countryside. Okay, I think we're far enough away from the village where nobody can hear me. Let me tell you what's really going on.